Salam, Shalom, Hotep. I was asked, why do I support polygamy, polyandry, and polyfamilies? I can answer this question. I believe in those things because they're already happening. As quiet as it's kept, brothers and sisters, I mean, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but you and I both know I'm not. There's such a shortage of men in the world. What is something like, 8 or 9 to 1 now, or greater, something like that. That truly, in order for most women of the planet to even have a chance of having a man, is that she's going to, one way or the other, have to share him. Now, whether you want to know you're sharing your husband or not, that's on you. But for those people who have the mental maturity, the emotional maturity, the financial maturity to handle such relationships, I think they should be given the green light to do whatever it is that they think and or want to do. And I say this for this reason. In today's economy, you need 2 incomes. You need 2 incomes. There's no way around that. Now, imagine if you had 3 incomes. Would that make life just a little bit easier? But here's the thing. When people think about polygamy, the first thing they think is, oh my God, everybody's having sex together. Couldn't be further from the truth. We find, those of us in polygamy community, we find that people who consider themselves heterosexual and monogamous have a lot more orgy type situations happening than we ever will. So that's pretty much something that is projected upon the polygamist community from the monogamous community. I can understand why they see it, because they do it. But in polygamous relationships that work, throw that out there too, there are always rules and there are always understandings that everybody in that relationship comes to and they agree upon and follow. Do people step out? Who knows? That's not my call. Has it happened to me? Nope. Have I stepped out on my husband? No. I don't have to. There's no need for that lie. Not that one. But again, it goes to sexual maturity. Okay, hey. But in my relationship, I can go, hey, he's cute. Wow. And I've been walking on the street with my husband and saw a sister and go, God, she's gorgeous. Isn't she beautiful? And he's like, yeah, she's nice. Just because I'm in a relationship doesn't mean I don't have eyes anymore. It doesn't mean I can't see and feel for another person and not be drooling at the mouth sexually about them. And I know this same thing about my husband. And here's another thing. Oh, Fee, if he got another woman, you'd be upset. No, I wouldn't. His idea to pick another woman has absolutely nothing to do with me. Nothing. That's his decision. And again, his decision, nothing to do with me. Even in choosing her. But then that's me being secure in my person and in my position. That's a little maturity that I have. I don't even tread in that jealousy thing. I don't have to. I'm free. It's a self-actualization that takes place that puts me beyond ordinary jealousy. Because he's looking at another woman. the day he stops, there's a considerable problem with his libido. Then I'm worried. Selfishness. I believe that selfishness and possession are the main reasons why I believe the black community cannot successfully practice polygamy or polyandry or polyfamilyism on a large scale. We say we love a thing and then we want to possess it. It's like walking down the street and seeing a pretty flower, but instead of leaving the flower there to continue to grow and seed and pollinate and maybe make another set the next year, you pluck it because you want it all to yourself. Now that very thing that you thought was so beautiful, you just killed it. You'll come back that way and it will never be there again. You just snuffed that beauty right off the planet. And we are so guilty of doing the same things to humans that we love. We end up plucking them right out of the situation that made us fall in love with them to begin with. And then we wonder, what's wrong with them? Nothing. Not a thing. Except that you plucked it. And I know a lot of people just aren't going to get that parable. And I understand. And that's fine. And I speak in a lot of them. I know. But it's the only way I can try to get you to understand that if you love a thing, don't possess it. Let it go to be itself. And you'll be amazed at the beauty of a thing when you allow it to grow within its own nature without forcing your possession on it. I want for my brothers and sisters what I want for myself, sincere. And if making these tapes is a way that I can help you get those things, I'll do it all day, all night. And I know a lot of little sisters are going to be like, I cannot believe that she is advocating polygamy. Yes, I am. Yep. Matter of fact, sister, you're already probably practicing it. Because 98% of black American relationships end because of so-called infidelity, right? You got a family over here, a family over there, a family right there, right? Sister got 3 kids, 2 different daddies, right? I see these poly relationships everywhere, but nobody wants to acknowledge them as to what they are. But you call it baby mama drama. You call it deadbeat dad syndrome. I call it a failed poly relationship. That's what I call it. And of course, people can argue with me and you can have your opinion. But I'm just going to ask you again. It falls within the realm of being polygamous. Really. That simple. It falls within the realm of being polygamous. Now, are sisters practicing polygamy without knowing it? Are brothers practicing polygamy knowing it? Of course they are. Of course they are. But here's another thing. My brothers, you'd be amazed at what you can get from an African American woman if you just tell her the truth. Give her the truth of the situation and let her choose her path. Sometimes you'd be amazed at what she chooses. And down the line, when crap hits the fan, you know what you can say beyond a shadow of a doubt? I told you the truth, and you made your decision. You know what? That ends a lot of arguments. Just like that. Give your mate the opportunity to make a informed, complete decision. And brothers, if you don't know how to approach the polygamy subject, don't approach it until you know how. Please don't bumble your way through that. You're going to kill it. I'm just telling you now, you're going to kill it. Don't push her into polygamy. Bad thing. The only thing I am advocating in a relationship is that you are honest about your intention, you are honest about what you're going to do, and you are honest with that person's feelings and emotions enough that you honor them with the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. For if you don't, you've surely entered that relationship a liar. And what you get out of the end is what you put in the beginning. Do polygamous relationships break up? Sure they do. People change, things change. But it should be amicable in that type of relationship that if you got into it, you should be able to amicably get out of it. With that being said, you know, guys, in my relationship, I'm not perfect. Not perfect, but I've never lied to him. Acknowledge all of my shortcomings. All of them. Me and my husband, we've never argued. When we have a disagreement, it is the quietest time in the house. And it's not quiet because we're not talking to each other. We're quiet because of the introspection that we want to have before we go back to the table with the subject. Because truly, if you love a thing, there's certain formalities you take with it. And those formalities show just how much you love it. You know, greet my husband at the door and take his shoes off. You know, some people think that that is the best thing since sliced bread. My God, she takes his shoes off. Well, yeah, because there was a time that if I didn't, he'd walk clean over my clean floors. So just to stop the argument before it got started, when he hit the door, I just take his shoes off. How's your day been, sweetheart? Good? Good? All right. Go ahead and do what you got to do. See how to say the argument instead of, you done walked in here and you're all over my floors and now they all dirty. No. Just meet him at the door. Hey, babe, how you doing? How was your day? Slowly taking his shoes off. Good? Good. All right, go ahead and finish what you were doing. Argument averted. Again, you know, just something to give y'all for a second. Again, if you have any questions, I'm always listening. Always want to talk. You can find me on the agenda Thursday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, or down on TWS Archangel Show, which is Sundays, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard, 8 o'clock Pacific. Tune in. Leave us a message. Hit that like button. Turn around and subscribe to this channel. Y'all have a good day. Shalom, shalom, hotep. Drink your water. Peace. Ear to the street. Ear to the street. Ear to the street. Love y'all. Peace.